Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at McFarlane's DC Direct Batman Beyond Batman. This is the Hasbro Homage version. It's in a blue, sort of translucent plastic with an unmasked head and a couple of axes. Very similar to a Hasbro release from way back in the day. I believe this guy is a Target exclusive. This is a McFarlane gold label and platinum chase variant. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, McFarlane Toys, ages 12 plus. McFarlane Gold Label Collection. Gold Label simply means it's a retailer exclusive. I believe this one is a Target exclusive. McFarlane Platinum Edition, Batman Beyond, Batman. Here he's in the package. We have his wings, collector's card, display stand, 2 batarangs, 8 hands, 2 axes, and an unmasked head. One side of the package, Batman Beyond. Other side, Batman. At the bottom, there's the barcode, if that helps anybody. And on the back side, here's Batman Beyond from the show. So with no further ado, let's open them up. And I did get 2 of these Batman Beyond figures, one of which to open and enjoy, the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. And then here's this blue version of the Batman Beyond Batman, next to the black version of the Batman Beyond Batman. These are both platinum chase variants, and the blue one I believe is a Target exclusive, and the black one I believe was a Walmart exclusive. Alright. Now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. He comes with quite a bit of stuff. We have a display stand, collector's card, a removable set of flight wings, a total of 8 interchangeable hands, 2 different heads, 1 masked, 1 unmasked, 2 electro swords, and 2 batarangs. Before I deal with all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Batman from Batman Beyond, but he's not in his traditional outfit. It's in a semi-transparent blue color scheme. Now this is a platinum of a figure that was already a platinum, so it's like a platinum variant of a platinum. And that's sort of unprecedented, but leave it to McFarlane to do whatever he can to sell the same mold with a different paint scheme over and over again. I think it's kind of cool that it's an old Hasbro homage figure, and I appreciate the fact that it has the unmasked head. But the truth is, this is a variant of a crappy figure. The figure is far too small, far too skinny, far too brittle, very under-articulated, but at least this one has plenty of accessories. So let's take a closer look. Starting with this head, he has that traditional Batman Beyond look, and the blue is so dark that it almost looks like black at sometimes, but you can see the transparent aspects in the thinner parts, like the ears, the little fins, etc. Batman Beyond logo smack dab right in the front, the single jointed elbow, the single jointed knees. I mean, it's a cool idea for a figure. I just wish the original figure was a little better, a little bigger, a little thicker. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, it definitely has all the signature Batman Beyond features. The eyes, the shape of the cowl and the ears, the mouth. And then here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of Batman from Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond. On the backside, there is a description, and it's quite flawed. Real name Bruce Wayne. Well, this is most certainly not the Bruce Wayne version of Batman Beyond. This is Terry McGinnis. Lazy oversight by McFarlane once again. Next, we have his display stand. Comes in 3 separate pieces. When put together, it looks like this. Here's the base, and then has a post that goes up, and there's a clamp to hold your figure in place. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 8 of them, 4 right hands and 4 left hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And here's his second pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands with a smaller grip. And his third pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands with a larger grip. And here's his last pair of hands. This is a pair of default hands. They would look good relaxed at his sides. Now let's look at his heads. One has the mask on, and one is an unmasked Terry McGinnis head, which looks surprisingly good. Here he is with his first head. This one has the mask on, and then his second head. This one has the mask off. Now let's look at his wings. These are removable flight wings. As you can see, there's a peg in the middle to attach to his back. And then we have a little ball joint here. It's hinged up and down, has rotation across, both at the top and at the bottom, and the same thing on the other side. Here's Batman with those wings attached. fit in pretty securely, and I like how they're different display options, how you want to show them. Now let's look at his Electro swords. Now I'm surprised they didn't make it in the exact same mold. I believe the originals were done that way, and they were considerably longer. These look like little Electro hatchets. All silver, decent sculpt. This one has a point at the bottom, this one does not. Here's a look at Batman holding those Electro swords. Now let's look at his batarangs. He has 2 of them. They're traditional looking Batman Beyond batarangs, but they're done in a different color scheme. They're in that semi-transparent blue plastic. I think it looks pretty cool. Here's a look at this Batman holding those batarangs. Now to check out the differences and similarities between this new Batman Beyond Batman and the previous black release. And it is 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation, just one is cast in a semi-transparent blue plastic. So let's take a look. Like I said, everything is the same, from the head sculpt to the expression, the belt, bat symbol on the chest, the arms, the fins, the legs, every single thing is the same on these guys, except for the color. And then, here are all 3 versions of the animated Batman Beyond Batman that I have. On the left, we have McFarlane's re-release, in the middle, McFarlane's blue version, and on the right, the original DC Direct one, which seems to be just a little bit taller. It's like they, I don't know, downsized him by 5 or 10%. Just look at the shoulders, you can see the original one, a little bit bigger. And these figures are so damn small, that is my main complaint. I don't know why they would want to make them even smaller. Now they've taken a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories. Let's check out his height. And that is my biggest complaint about this guy. He is way too small. This is supposed to be a 6-inch scale line. That means a 6-foot man should be about 6 inches tall. And I know Terry McGinnis is a teenager, but he's a pretty tall young adult for the most part. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 5.3 inches tall, which can translate to 13.5 centimeters. If you go to the top of the ears, about 5.6 inches tall. And for his articulation, which is another complaint, it's really limited. I'll start with his head here. He can rotate side to side. He can look up and down about that much. Can tilt his head at least the littlest bit from side to side. Shoulders on a ball joint goes out less than 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He's got his single jointed elbow, goes in about 90 degrees with rotation. His wrists can rotate, and they're hinged as well. Torso is one solid piece. Traditional waist swivel. Legs, they got about this far. They go forward about that much. Back about the same. Single jointed knee. And then the ankle. Forward and back. That feels like about it. Here's Terry McGinnis flying through the skies of Gotham, and here he is in the Batcave. Old man Bruce Wayne doing research at the Batcomputer. Terry McGinnis watching, ready to be deployed. Here's a look at this Batman, unmasked in the Batcave, standing in front of the Batmobile. Now let's check him out, next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Batman Beyond Terry McGinnis figures. Here's McFarlane's DC Direct, transparent blue Batman Beyond Batman, next to the original Hasbro version. The old one was like a 4.5-inch scale figure, maybe 5-inch scale figure. The new one is supposed to be a 6-inch scale figure, but look, they are almost the exact same size. They did a terrible job scaling this figure. A lot of the DC Direct animated figures, especially the females, are really, really small, and Terry McGinnis is right in line with them. But some of the other figures are way larger than this, and that's a scale they should have stuck with. And here he is with all my McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman Beyond figures. Technically, the blue one is ink posing as Batman Beyond, not Terry McGinnis, but it can work for an alternate suit as well. Then, with my McFarlane Batwoman Beyond figures. And now, with my DC Direct Batman Beyond figures. Next, with my Mattel Batman Beyond figures. And then here are all of my different Batman Beyond figures. I believe I have all of them in the 6 and 7-inch scale. Here he is, next to my custom Terry McGinnis. This is true 6-inch scale, at least as far as I'm concerned. This is a Mattel DC Universe Classics body. Now let's check him out, next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Direct animated figures. Here he is, next to all of their recent Batman Beyond offerings. we had the Terry McGinnis Batman, the blue Terry McGinnis Batman, and the Old Man Bruce Wayne at Ace of the Bat Hunt 2-pack. Now just look how tall the Old Man Bruce Wayne is compared to Terry McGinnis Batman. Honestly, they should be about the same size. Terry McGinnis is a fully grown teenager or a young adult, and Old Man Bruce Wayne should be shrinking. This is the same suit that Bruce Wayne and Terry McGinnis wore. There is a significant difference. In real life, probably about 18 inches, a foot and a half. They were not that different in the show. And here he is, next to the most recent Batman the Animated Series wave, Collect Build Maxi Zeus. And finally, here he is with the most recent, the new Batman Adventures offerings. Look at these guys. They're supposed to be part of the same line. There is definitely a scaling issue here. Terry McGinnis Batman is way too small. Look at him next to the Creeper. Look at him next to another Batman. These guys do not look like they're from the same line at all. Now let's check them out next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a DC Direct animated figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect. They work way smaller. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, and some SH Figure Arts Batman figures. And these are the smallest things I collect, and you can see just how much smaller this Batman Beyond figure is than those. And now, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends, and Mafex Batman figures. Here's this Batman, next to an eggshell. And here he is, with some Mattel and Mezco Batman figures. Then, with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct Batman figures. Next, with some Diamond Select toys and Jakks Pacific wrestling figures. And finally, with some McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures. So overall, this figure sucks. I'm not even that picky, but this figure is way too small, way too thin, way too brittle, and his articulation sucks. The accessories are actually impressively plentiful. Batarangs, swords, the wing, heads, hands, it's all there. The semi-transparent blue effect is kind of cool, and it looks kind of cool under black light. But as a whole, I'm extremely disappointed with this figure. I wanted to like him so much originally when he came out, but it's just so small. There's so many of these DC Direct animated figures that just suck because they're so little. And it's really all the females, and then the Batman Beyond Batman. If I were to rate this guy, my first thought is a 4 out of 10. But I'm going to give him a 5 because I kind of like the semi-transparent blue effect, the Kenner, or rather Hasbro homage, and I guess just a little bit of a pity going up to 5. This figure's garbage as far as I'm concerned. Some people really seem to like him, but open your eyes, it is not consistent with the rest of the line that it is part of. A lot of people complain McFarlane DC Multiverse has scaling issues, and they do. But God, these DC Direct figures have much larger scaling issues, no pun intended. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say to the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.